Cancer, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. As per usual, if you click on the description box, it'll talk about the significance of the spread, how to use the information that I'm giving you, and the placement of each card. It also mentions the deck being used. All right, Cancer, you are struggling. So 5s come into our lives. 5s are chaos, and chaos comes into our lives to show us the things that we don't want. This particular 5 is the 5 of Pentacles, so it's in regards to an earthly plane. It's in regards to our resources. This is a very physical, slow-moving kind of thing. So you feel like you're lacking resources, be it financial resources, or it could have to do with health or even time management. You feel like whatever you're dealing with, there's just not enough of it. Okay? And it's affecting you physically. Ultimately, you're going to push through and brave this storm because the Strength card is all about resilience. Okay? So you recognize that this sense of lacking is a temporary thing and that there are actions you can take to push through it. However, you feel a little stagnant. It's like you feel like you can overcome it, but you just don't know where to start because the 7 of Cups in the inverse often gives me this vibe of stagnation due to indecision, okay? There's a lot to consider and a lot of things that you can do to change this energy, but you have to start somewhere and you just haven't picked a starting point. Ultimately, the potential to change your resources is in your hand, but you need to actually process that potential through a framework. You need to make a few sacrifices in order to take the potential, process it through a framework, and give it some resolve, some actual resolution. Because whenever we have the aces, it's high potential, low resolution. You have to do something to harness that potential. And you feel like, again, so it's like, you feel like you have the strength to push through this. You feel like you can be victorious, but ultimately you don't have everything you need and you haven't made a decision on what it is that you what it is that you can use or what it is that you can do to get out of this sense of lack. So it's almost like you know you have the strength to endure this difficult time, but you haven't quite figured out what to do to leverage your resources to get past it yet. So it's like you're in a planning stage. You just haven't taken action. Yep. See, you're not making the decisions that you have to make to move forward. You're not creating the new path for these said resources yet. You're kind of just standing still, waiting for something to happen. You don't have any qualms about pushing forward. There's no competition. There's no inner conflict. You know the direction you want to go in. You just have to choose to make that start. There's an action that needs to happen. But you're too busy focusing on something in the past to create this new resource. So that's what's keeping you stuck. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made. You have to sacrifice something and process it through a framework. But you're still tied to something in the past that you need to let go of before you can move forward. You feel like it's important to keep examining the past. However, I'm going to tell you what the rest of the cards say is let the past go. And I know that's easier said than done, but you need to find closure on this situation within yourself, or all you'll have is the hope to move past something, not the actual drive. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you guys next week.